We have some breaking NBA news. So per Shams, just in, for the first time, the Memphis Grizzlies are entertaining offers to potentially move two-time All-Star Ja Morant ahead of the February 5th NBA trade deadline. Sources tell ESPN. Memphis is considering multiple paths forward amid the emergence of several promising young players, including building around them in 2023 Defensive Player of the Year Jaren Jackson Jr. The Grizzlies also remain open to continue on with Morant as a focal part of their retool, which makes no sense. You think Ja Morant, he hasn't been happy. Remember, he said he lost his joy. That's why I don't trust Giannis. I don't trust any of these superstars. That Luka trade showed me anything, that anyone could be traded, and once you start going out, talking against the team, talking against the coach, eventually you're going to leave the team or the team is going to trade you. Point blank, period. I don't trust Giannis. I don't trust Ja. You think they threw Ja out right now to the media saying that we're open to trading him. You think he's happy right now? He already said earlier he lost his joy and he pretty much wants to get out of Memphis. I wouldn't be surprised. Now let me know in the comments, should the Miami Heat take a risk? What's the asking price for Ja Morant? Do the Miami Heat believe in Ja Morant? Do we think that Ja Morant can change? I'm kind of iffy on it because, once again, when you're, 25 and up, you are who you are. Once you become an adult, it's hard to change them bad ways out of you. Is Ja Morant willing to be coached? Also, to the injuries. Also, his athleticism, it's fallen off. The numbers have dipped. Is it too early to give up on Ja Morant? Let me know in the comments. Should the Miami Heat go after Ja Morant right now? The biggest question is, what is Ja Morant's trade value? I have already made it clear I'm only willing to give up multiple young guys and picks for Giannis Antetokounmpo and Ant-Man. But once again, I told you guys earlier, you cannot wait all year, every offseason, wait to make a move. What is Ja's trade value? There's going to be a bunch of guys that are on the move. Sabonis, Ja Morant, LaMelo's next. Watch, they're already making a play off the bench. He is next. Trae Young's already been traded. Zach LaVine is next. DeMar DeRozan is next. The Miami Heat need to figure out, what are they going to do with Tyler Herro? Do they believe that he can be healthy going forward? What are they going to do with Powell? He's 32 years old. Do they plan on re-signing him? What are we going to do with Wiggins? Are they going to trade him to the Lakers? So Mike Wilbon says Tyler Herro is a top 5 through 8 shooting guard in the NBA. When Tyler Herro is in there and healthy, he's one of the 5 to 8 best players in his position. Tyler Herro can give you 30. He can certainly give you 25 consistently. Tyler Herro is that guy. I don't necessarily believe that he's 100% that guy, only because, he really struggles when other teams are physical with him. He struggles to get to the rim, and he's somewhat really dependent on a screen. But let's get into the video.
And healthy. I mean, he's one of the 5 to 8 best players in that position. I don't know if you want to call him a 2. He's a modern wing, but he can score. Tyler Herro can give you 30, and he can certainly give you 25 consistently. And so that's what we're talking about, that the Bulls don't have somebody that far along, that evolved, who's going to give you that consistently out of those players. Maybe Kobe White will some nights, but Tyler Herro is that guy, and he's going to have to be that guy. And the pace of play is somewhere where it hasn't really been since 1962, which was sort of an outlier of a season for the history of this league. You're going to need Tyler Herro to give you easy baskets, consistent baskets, in transition, in half court, against the better defenses in the league. So when you go up, against Detroit, when you go up against other wings in Orlando, you're going to need Tyler Herro. And so Miami's going to have to.
Zach Lowe on why Norman Powell deserves to be an All-Star this season. For Herro being injured almost the entire year, and Bam having a down offensive season, and Wiggins having a couple of months after a hot start, I just don't know where they'd be without Norman Powell. They certainly wouldn't be where they are. And he's right. Without Norman Powell, bro, he's probably been the only real consistent player since the beginning. Yeah, he's missed a few games, a little bit banged up, and maybe he had 1 or 2 bad games, but it's like what Zach Lowe said. Tyler Herro's pretty much missed the whole season. Bam Adebayo's up and down. Wiggins has had good moments. He started the season really hot, but then he's up and down, up and down. Once again, what are we going to do with Norman Powell? At 32 years old, are we going to pay him? The Miami Heat, if they want to continue staying young, they trade Wiggins, they trade Powell, and you go get some first-round picks for them. Especially, you see how Ja Morant now, he's available potentially? All I'm saying is, guys, the Miami Heat have to stay young, stay flexible, and make the right decisions.
Franz is better than Norm Powell. I have Norm Powell on because this is the best season of his career. 24 points a game, 49%, 42% on threes for a Heat offense that really needs everything he provides.
Yes.
And he really kind of is one of the defining features of how they play their wacky, no pick and roll, north-south style. I just, with Herro being injured for almost the entire year and Bam having a down offensive season and Wiggins kind of having a down couple of months after a hot start, I just don't know where they'd be without Norm Powell. Certainly they wouldn't be where they are. So I had him on.
Mm-hmm.
And to your point about
just remember, the Miami Heat were rumored to check on Ja Morant earlier in the season. Let me know, would you guys trade for Ja? Do you want to see a trio of Ja, Tyler, Bam? Who else are you guys looking at throughout the NBA? LaMelo Ball, like I said, Zach LaVine, DeMar DeRozan, Sabonis. I know all those guys are older and don't necessarily fit with the Miami Heat, but we have to be able to look at everything. Are we willing to trade Wiggins and Powell for first-round picks for the future? Is Giannis going to act out? There's so many different possibilities.